Hey guys, it's Ren from Make It by Ren, and if you want to see this look, my smoky red glitter eyes, inspired by the Nene Leaks Real Housewives of Atlanta Alter Ego photo shoot. Stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have a really dramatic makeup look on, and it's actually inspired by an episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I love. And my favorite character, Nene, she actually participated in a photo shoot where she got to have an alter ego, and hers was a stripper. And they did this really fabulous glittery smoky red eye on her, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, I am doing a tutorial on that, because you know, when you look at celebrity makeup, a lot of times you don't see fun, crazy stuff. So I saw it and I was like, yes. So I kind of did the look similar to this to a bachelorette party I went to this last weekend, but I didn't add the glitter and I didn't add as big of a lash because I just didn't have time and I just didn't want to shadow the bride or anything. So yeah, this is a really fun look, and it's actually pretty wearable. Besides the lashes and the glitter, you can just kind of make everything else more subtle. So I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for the tutorial. I'm going to first start off by just priming my eye using the Graftobian white cream foundation. I'm just getting it all over. Next, because I already have most of my foundation in my face applied, I will go ahead and put a little powder here to catch any fallout. Okay. It's going to really help you if you just take some tape and edge off your eye. That way you can get a nice sharp edge. And then we're going to start with the eyeshadow. I will start by using my Glamour, my Graftobian Fantasize palette with really super bright colors. And I'll be using this red because it's a really intense red, which would be perfect for this look. So I'm just getting it with a flat shader brush. And I am going to pack the color onto the lid. And see how bright this red is? It's not too easy to come by a red eyeshadow. This one is nice because it has a nice frost to it as well. And I think the look that Nene had some frost to it. If you don't have this, I know MAC made the Danger Zone Mineralized Duo a few months ago, which could also be good for this look. And now I'm going to go and do the black. I'm using the Black Smoke Mineral Eyeshadow with my 217 from MAC. I'm just really going to darken the outer V. And the line of the tape is really going to help create a barrier, so I can just kind of go crazy with it. And I'm deepening the outer V shade, and then I'm kind of blending into the crease. Back and forth, because as I was staring down Nene's makeup in the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I noticed that the makeup artist really blended out her crease, even though it was a dark, dramatic look. To do that, I'm just going to take my MAC 227 and I'm going to take a highlight color like this one up here in my palette, and then I'm just going to kind of tap and blend out that harsh line to get that faded look I was telling you guys about. And it makes it blend really nicely. Then I'm going to keep adding some more black to deepen just the edges. And then I'm going to add some more red eyeshadow. So I'm patting it on and then I'm blending it into the black. Just line my lower lash line and my waterline with this Graftobian Black Velvet kohl pencil. You can go ahead and just get both the waterline and lower lash line because they're going to smoke it out anyways. And now for the pizzazz of the look. So we're missing the sparkly glitter, which in person looks super cool. I know the camera doesn't probably pick it up as well, but that's really what adds the coolness to this look. So I am taking my Magic Set Mixing and Lining Liquid, which is like a mixing medium from Graftobian, along with this red glitter from Graftobian, which came in a glitter stack. and these are all cosmetic glitters. And be careful, don't just stick any glitter from Michael's or any craft store on your eye, because it needs to be cosmetic grade, which would be fine enough to apply. And even with that being said, a lot of times they say don't really wear glitter by your eye because it could scratch your eye. But you know, it's up to you if you want to take that risk or not. So I'm just putting that out there. So I'm just taking a lip brush and I'm dipping it in a little bit of the mixing liquid to get it damp, and then I'm touching it into the glitter. And this is going to help it turn into more of a gel so it doesn't fall all over my face. And now I am just going to pat it on. Pat, 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 all on top of the red. And you're not swiping, you're patting, that way you don't lose like the even layer of glitter. And because I used that lining liquid, that mixing medium, it didn't fall onto my face because glitter is such a pain in the butt to get off. I'm going to take this luster powder in white opal, which is like a very pretty shimmer powder that you can put anywhere you want, but I am going to put it right underneath this part of my eyebrow to give it some definition and to give it a little bit of shine, because I noticed that that's what Nene had, and it's just like a really pretty iridescent color that's just going to highlight your brow bone. Now for the brows, you want a strong brow to go with this look because you kind of need it to frame such a dramatic eye. And I'm just going to, I made my brows a little longer than usual, so what I'm going to do is outline them, extend the tail, some brow powder or eyeshadow to fill it in. First I'm starting off with this really dark color right here, and that's going on the outer edge and in the arch. And I learned this trick from Cosmetics from Kathy, because she had an eyebrow tutorial recently. But I just fill in the darkest part on the outside, and then I'm going to go to a lighter shadow. I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to use that to fill in the inner corner because it looks more natural that way. I'm going to get a little more black, like that, and now I'm just going to remove the tape. And see how I get this the corner really fine. And that black smoke eyeshadow, and I'm going to really smoke out my lower lash line. And then you can sweep away the powder. And now for the really super dramatic lashes, I am using, once again, Red Cherry. These are number 101. See how big these are? Okay, I'm going to let that lash dry, and I'm going to finish my face. I'm just going to kind of touch up my foundation because I did this a while ago. I'm just going to use my foundation powder palette and just kind of go over everything to make sure that I have nice coverage. So now we gotta work on our face. So this look is a stripper look, and I'm not trying to generalize, but usually you want stronger makeup because I would assume with the lights and it's being dark, you want your features to really show. So we're gonna do some heavy contouring, and I'm gonna use my powder foundation palette again. I'm just gonna take a darker color and start to contour. And if you want to see my contouring video, I have one already. I have one for powder and one for cream, so just watch that. So I'm just going to breeze through this really quick. Okay, so as you can see, I did some really dramatic contouring, so if I was on stage you could see me. So now I'm just going to go with a blush, and I'm going to go for something kind of subtle, like a terracotta color, because we don't want a really high shimmer, but we do want to give ourselves some color. Okay, so there's the cheeks, and now we're going to go to the lips. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with like a brown lip liner, and just for definition. And now I'm going to just use a lip product from my lip palette. I'm going to use just kind of like a mauve tone. I'm going to use this one right here, just to kind of give me some color. Because Nene's lips weren't super dramatic, I remember, but they did have a little frost to them. This is actually a really pretty color. It reminds me of Viva Glam 5, my fave. And then I'm going to finish it with a frosty gloss, because I did notice Nene had some frost on her lips. This one's called Personal Taste. This is from actually the last collection that came out, MAC Makeup Artist Cosmetics collection. And this is a really frosty pink color, so it definitely gives me the frost I want. And this is my Nene Leaks Alter Ego lip using Graftobian Cosmetics. And I really like it, actually. It's really fun. Too bad I'm not going anywhere because I have my PJs on. But you could probably wear this with a toned down lash and it would still be fine. I think, you know, it's pretty. And if you do it well, if you blend it out, like if you really blend out the eyeshadow and work on the contouring and try to take your time, it still looks nice even though it's super heavy and bordering on drag makeup, but it's just for fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed, so stay tuned for more tutorials and check out makeupbyrenren.com for a full entry. And thanks for watching. Have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.